foundation today we are reviewing is the Maybelline Super Stay 30 Hours Lumi Matte Foundation in the shade 337. This is a bit dark for me. So this is the problem I have with Maybelline. It does not give a lot of shades in Australia compared to what I can see on the US website. So this is a bit dark for me, so I would need a lighter concealer. So I'm going to apply that, coat my kabuki brush with the foundation. So I just kind of soak it in and evenly coat the bristles, and then I go. You can see how dark that is on my face, but any day I would prefer a dark foundation over a lighter foundation. And this is a beautiful consistency, and it really covers everything on your face, and you can use this for everyday wear. Oh, that's such a difference it has made since she fixed my camera. My God. And whatever is left on here, I just go, because it's so thick, you can actually use it for eye primer and to cover the unevenness in my eyelids. As we age, our skin does have wrinkles, even if they are sometimes micro wrinkles, and they tend to look darker than they actually are. Then what I do is I go with my Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 150 in the inner corners of my eyes, because I have applied a darker foundation. I want to strategically lighten some of the places on my face, and then I go here as well. Then I take my concealer brush. This is from Shein, and I just dab it in, so including the inner corners where I want to brighten it, and then I use the warmth of my hand to blend it all in. I am losing light because I'm doing this after work. I also go, because it's a thick one, it also gives a little bit of brightness in the center. So basically you want brightness on the center of your face and a little bit of a darker tint on the sides of your face. So I go with the brush. I have a shadow under my lip. That is a sign of volume loss. Then I take my sponge, my wet sponge, and then go everywhere, kind of blend it in. This literally looks like my skin once it's very well blended in. It does not look like I have anything on my face. So the key to foundation application is blend, blend, blend as much as you can. When you think you've done, you blend more. So I literally go, I'm just going to stop because I'm going to blend more. Then I apply another layer of the Set and Refresh spray from Emco Beauty. I like the way the spray works. It actually squirts very slowly and it just settles into your skin rather than just evaporating. Now that's done, I do take a little bit of setting spray from Hourglass. This is in the shade medium, and I apply everywhere that I put concealer. So I dust the excess off because I'm not trying to bake. I'm just trying to mattify the areas that I conceal. I leave the peripheries of my face, and just where the oil seems to come is the only places that I powder. Now that is done, I then move on to my eyebrows. I'm just filling in the sparse areas and keeping the natural shape of my eyes. Ah, that's too thick. It is a bit tricky getting the light hand. Sometimes you go really, you can always correct, which is why I like this pen, because it has that gel on the other end and it literally corrects all your mistakes. So that's a very natural look for my brows. And then I move on to my blush and bronzer. For the bronzer, I'm applying my favorite bronzer from MP Cosmetics. This is in the shade Dark. As always, I just spread it equally and then go very light-handed on my cheeks. And I also go on top of my eyelids to give it a bit of a bronze effect. And then whatever is left here, I go under my jaws. Then I move on to my blush. I use the same brush. This is from the NYX Cosmetics. You can see this is such a beautiful foundation. For the blush, I'm using the Max Factor Satin Matte Infused Cream Blush in the shade Delicate Pink. This is a vegan formula. And again, I use the same bronzer blush and then just go and coat my brush in this and go very light-handed in the topmost layer or the highest point of my cheekbone. And then I pull a little bit onto my forehead as well. So I'm not applying a lot. So I've turned off the ring light as well. I want to see how it looks in natural light, and I'm going to apply whatever's left on the eyelids. That gives a very natural finish. So I'm going to move on and do my eyebrows. Eyeliner on the lips. I'm applying the L'Oreal Paris 630 Matte Resistance in the shade Rose heat. These products, I don't like to apply any lip liners. I just like it to kind of blur the edges of my lips, and I probably need a bit more of the blush, I would say, because it's a pink rose color shade. It does need, although it does look pigmented when you apply it on your cheeks, it does not show. Maybe I need to apply it with my hand and then blend it in rather than coating the. I'm always a bit careful with blushes. I don't like too much of blush sometimes, especially if the color is not a warm toned one. I'm a bit careful, but otherwise I go to town. If it is like a brick color, I just love, the more the better. If it's a pink, then I'm a bit careful with it. So let's talk about the foundation. You can see it gives you such a good skin-like finish. I don't apply a lot of powder and very little where I have concealed, and look at that shimmer and shine that's coming through, and it is in natural light. I don't have a filter, I don't have a ring light, and just look at that finish. It just gives me such a beautiful sort of a finish. And the blush, is it a bit patchy? I am not too sure, but the foundation definitely is not. And unlike how I believe it is my shade, I wasn't, I guess, applying it in the right light. So I was applying it in my bedroom under the Hollywood lights, which was kind of blurring and making me think it's a bit too dark. This is perfect for my color. I might actually apply a bit on the tip of my nose. I like blush on the nose. I haven't contoured my nose because this is an everyday daily wear look, and I am in love with two things I've used today, actually three. One is the Maybelline Lumi matte foundation 337, and which is the new product, and the She Glam birthday skin primer. You can hardly see my pores. So basically what I've done is I've filled in my pores with that primer. We are quickly losing light, so I might end the video here. It's about 7 o'clock. Sun sets at 7:30 in Western Australia in summer, but I want you guys to appreciate the finish of that foundation. That is such a beautiful finish, and this is now, sorry, I have a glass table. This is now my favorite everyday wear foundation after the Armani, I would say. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please, if you enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe and share to my channel. Thank you very much.